becomes the first ever Invicta FC Atomweight champion. Jessica Penne has made history.
Being involved in this sport has been probably the most positive thing that has ever happened to me. It has made me a better person, a better athlete. It has made me just overall have drive, which I never knew that I had. It's a standing 8.
Yeah, standing 8.
The karate hottie, Michelle Waterson!
Waterson picks up a split decision win over Lacey Shuckman.
You know, and I feel like martial arts is more than just a sport. It's more than just fighting. It's a way of life, and it's changed my life. I've been able to transition things that I've learned in fighting to my life, and has made me a better person. Fighting has forced me to step outside of my comfort zone and stand up for myself.
You know, seeing the belt, hearing people, congratulate you on your fights and say you're the champ, it is just a title, it is just an object. It's not going to stay with me forever, but it is just a little bit of reassurance that my efforts are going in the right direction.
It'll be cool. I'll have that belt hanging in my room, and I can show my daughter, and something that I can be proud of. Everybody wants to say that they're a champ. So, it's my time.
On October 6, 2012, Jessica Penne defeated the #1 105-pound fighter in the world, Naho Sugiyama, to win the inaugural Invicta Atomweight Championship.
Penne looking for the submission. There's the tap, and Jessica Penne has done it! Jessica Penne becomes the first ever Invicta FC Atomweight champion. Jessica Penne vanquishing Sugiyama.
I think Jessica Penne is someone who's definitely been helped by the natural sorting process of women's mixed martial arts. The fact that she's been able to now compete at 105 pounds in her last 3 bouts, you can clearly see that it's the weight class that she was intended to compete at. And the fact that she's such an outstanding athlete gives her a huge advantage. She's skilled in weight cutting in a way that many of her opponents aren't. I mean, it's considerable that not only have her skills improved along the way, but also her physicality and athleticism will lend itself wonderfully to being a 105-pound athlete, where she enjoys a really big athletic advantage over so many of her contemporaries.
Eating some punches here from Jessica Penne. Penne from the back mount, and the referee steps down to stop the fight.
The fact of the matter is, in her last 3 fights, Jessica Penne has looked extraordinary. She finished her last 3 opponents. Amy Davis, Lisa Ward-Ellis, and now Sugiyama, very good fighters, and she was able to finish them all off. Quite frankly, when you go lower down the weight classes, people expect less finishes. But Jessica Penne has finished off 3 opponents in sterling fashion and dominated them throughout. She's put on the kind of performances in her last 3 bouts that you would expect an athlete who is the best in their respective weight class to be able to pull off. I mentioned her athleticism before, and that's a great foundation to start with. She's tall, she's long, she's lithe, she's agile. But on top of that, the skill development that she's shown in the last 3 fights or so, she's become a threat basically in every position. She can stand up and use her range to kickbox at distance. Because she's so big and tall, she can go inside, hit people with knees, hit people with strikes there. On the ground, she's good on bottom and on top. Her athleticism has kind of coalesced with all her new skills. She's become a potent finisher in a weight class that people just don't associate with finishing.
Penne's tenacity is outmatched, driven by her bitter repulsion towards her solitary loss, and by a greater desire to perfect skill, dominate, and win.
I'm extremely competitive. If something is easy, it's not worth doing. And yeah, I could easily go work somewhere and have a desk job and do that and this, but I would never be happy. And I would rather be happy and feel fulfilled and challenged every single day than just sit somewhere and get by.
She just trains so hard. She's one of those athletes that you just get inspired by and motivated by, because you can tell she wants it so bad.
She trains hard, harder than most people. She's always in the gym. She's never takes time off. And she's just got that mental edge that, as a fighter, it's so great to have. She's incredibly competitive, also incredibly hard on herself, but you put all that together and you've just got this incredible driving force behind her.
I think if she doesn't train that way, that it's not going to translate out inside the cage. I truly believe that she does it in here, and that it becomes instinct out there, because if you sit in the cage and you start thinking, the opportunity passes you by.
I know it's just a belt, it's just a title, and those things can come and go, and I don't let it define me, and I don't let it, go to my head or anything like that. It signifies that my hard work is going where I want it to go, and that I need to continue working my butt off.
She doesn't want to accept anything other than being number one. She's not giving herself any options. It's either number one or nothing at all.
I've not come across another female fighter in the 105 division that could really stand a chance with her.
She's not just wanting to be good. She wants to be great. I love that about her.
I don't think anyone in the 105 weight class can beat Jessica. Plain and simple, she's just really, really good.
I truly believe Jessica Penne is gonna be actually the number one pound-for-pound fighter, and even the number one Atomweight of all time. I don't know what other girls are doing, but I just know what Jessica's doing, and I have faith and confidence that she's gonna reign at number one for a long time.
But in Albuquerque, New Mexico, the unflinching Michelle Waterson has been waiting for this opportunity.
Well, before I was here in Jackson's, I was out in Colorado, and I was training with Don Cerrone, and he's like, just come out here for a couple weeks and see how you like it. So I came out, and I ended up falling in love with the place. And I really felt like I went through this initiation process. Like, Coach Jackson took us all to the mountains, and I think he was testing me. He was testing my heart. He wanted to know where my heart was. Like, did I have the heart of a fighter? We're climbing up the mountains, and we're doing sprints up the stairs, and I'm like dead tired. Tears are coming down my face. One more round, Peanut, one more round. And I'm like, okay, I can do it. And I just ran up there, and I felt like he accepted me. And once I felt that he accepted me, I felt like I was part of this family. All the coaches, they are family. We've just come so far as like females in the sport. It's just crazy, and like to see all these girls come together, and we're here together, and it's just like I said, I got real emotional. Like, we all got in the circle, I started crying. Like, we're doing something, we're making history. It's crazy. And I know it just makes me feel like I'm leaving something behind. Well, I think about champion, think about John Jones before he left to defend for his belt. He's like, bring it in, you guys. This is for all of us, like, without you guys, I wouldn't be able to get this right here. And he's like, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna bring it back, for the team. I'm gonna bring it back for Jackson. And he thanked all of us, and I mean, that really touched me. And I just think about him and his mentality as a champion, and I know I can be right there with them.
I just really appreciate being in the gym with her. She's just so unorthodox. She has really strong Muay Thai background and like Taekwondo style kicks and stuff. So a lot of times when I'm done working out, I just like to watch her practice. See if I can steal some techniques from her.
Here at Jackson's, we have so much talent. It's an incredible place to train. But Michelle really stands out. Her kickboxing is incredible, and just her overall well-rounded abilities that she's developed over the years are you know, it's awesome to watch.
I mean, Michelle is awesome. She's 30 pounds or more less than me, and I mean, she's coming in, fighting hard. She's definitely a force and such a great person. Really positive energy. I mean, I love being a teammate, and I love working with her.
She's deadly. She hits so hard for being so little. She has so much power in her hips. Oh my God.
Throughout all these fights, I feel like I haven't been able to really showcase what I'm really capable of doing. This is my chance. This is my time, and I have to just capitalize on the time. I can't let the moment pass me by. I can't be a spectator. The nerves hit me like when I'm getting wrapped. And I'm like, oh shit. Like, I cannot turn back. Like, what am I doing? What am I doing? Why am I fighting? I'm about to get in a cage with it. They're gonna shut the door behind me, and we're gonna try to take each other's heads off. Once the bell rings and the first punch lands, everything kind of goes back to, all right, it's just another day in the gym. There's a very thin line between giving up and not, like, between being a champion and just kind of like that everyday person, that everyday fighter, you know? And I feel like that line is that split second where you have the opportunity to give up and you choose not to.
And Waterson surrenders her back early in round one, just past the 1 minute mark. Schuckman now driving in those hammer fists and looking for the rear naked choke.
Yeah, it looks like it's under the chin now.
Keep working, little things. Little things.
And I really, really enjoyed my last fight with Lacey because I felt like I overcame that. You know, like I almost lost that fight. Like I was getting choked out, and in my head I was like, dang, Michelle, you're fighting for Invicta for the first time and you're about to get choked out, you know? You're about to lose this fight in the first round. Like I'm just talking to myself in my head, and then I'm like, that split second, no you're not, you know? No you're not, just keep fighting, just keep fighting.
Waterson looking for the armbar. And look at this, Waterson has turned the tables on Schuckman. Michelle Waterson back on her feet.
And then after that, I was like, I mean, I got through it. It was like getting through a contraction when I was pregnant.
On April 5th, the first ever Invicta Atomweight champion, Jessica Penne, will defend her title against the formidable challenger, Michelle Waterson.
Oh, left head kick by Waterson. Front head by Waterson.
I think that Jessica Penne is a good fighter. I know I can beat her.
Penne earned her place on the podium through obsessive effort and mastering every facet of the fighting arts. She stands armed with her hard-earned abilities, ready to vanquish all who wish to claim the throne.
I feel like I have earned my #1 spot, and I'm going to continue to work hard to keep it.
Coming to usurp Penne is the diminutive Waterson, who, like Penne, has fought to prove her physical size does not correlate to her mass of internal resolve and capacity for violence.
She has the belt. I want the belt.
The champion will enter the cage, stand ready before her trainers who honed her skills to match her uncompromising determination.
I plan on keeping my belt. I plan on keeping it for as long as I possibly can. I'm just going to keep working hard and keep getting better.
Penne will defend her belt from a challenger carrying the banner for a school of champions.
At the end of the day, I know that I have the heart of a champion, and I just gotta show everybody else.
Though facing each other as adversaries, they are two fighters whose penchant for their brutal craft gave them the clarity of heart and mind that only fighting can provide. Watch Jessica Penne vs. Michelle Waterson live Friday, April 5th. Order the pay-per-view at invictafc.com.